Coming up, player of the game, scores from around the area, final stats, and an interview with the coach. This is Smoky Valley Vikings football on 95.5 The Rock.
Open up the 2022 portion of the season with a resounding 47-30 victory as the Hoisington Cardinals got it within 8 at the end of the third quarter, but the Vikings really poured it on in the fourth quarter and won it going away by the score of 47-30. This is the Bank of Tesket postgame show. Generations of covenants, relationships for life. Member FDIC. Ask about their new Casasa checking account in Minnesburg, Salina, Lincoln, and Tesket. And for the Cardinals, scoring Mooney with 2, Boxberger 4, Mason 4, 6 for Brewer, and 14 points for Hanslick. For the Vikings, 1 point for Katia Blanchett, 2 points for Gracie Lambert, 5 points for Tinley Scott. Brianna Pretty had 6 points, but she had 10 rebounds. 8 points for Kira Mullen, 8 points fouling out Adrian Hazelwood, and 17 points tonight for Abby Rose. No question about it. She really came out on fire.
She did, and missed a couple to start with, but didn't let that deter her. She didn't make that, make her afraid to shoot it. She kept putting it up, and they started to go. And, that's good. That's one thing I like about our girls is a lot of people think, if you stop Hazelwood, then you're going to shut down the Viking offense. But we've got 3 or 4 other girls who can score when needed. And so that's, if you're going to make a run at the end of the season, that's what it takes is you got to have several people who can contribute in the scoring column. And we're well balanced, and that showed tonight.
How about some rebounds? Who led the rebounding?
Overall, team-wise, the Vikings ended up with 38 rebounds to Hoisington's 31, so we won the battle on the boards. Like you mentioned, Brianna, although she didn't score as much tonight, did a really nice job on the boards, had 10 rebounds. For Hoisington, Hanslick led them in rebounding with 7.
And that is now time for our Next Tech Wireless Player of the Game. Something different isn't just a slogan at Next Tech Wireless. They're about our communities because they live here too. Next Tech Wireless is Kansas-based and world-class in supporting their neighbors. They have the latest devices and plans for everyone. With friendly, knowledgeable, and local customer service, are committed to providing the best wireless network in Kansas. Visit one of their 50 locations across Kansas. Well, almost a double-double for Brianna Pretty, but with 17 points, my vote goes for Abby Rose tonight.
Yeah, I would agree. She sparked our offense. Adrian was having a little trouble on the offensive end, and so Abby stepped up and sparked our offense and made the difference tonight for the Vikings.
No question about it. Abby Rose is our Next Tech Wireless Player of the Game. Time now for Salina Surgical Scoreboard updates. Choose Salina Surgical Hospital for your outpatient procedures or inpatient stays. Salina Surgical is proud to be partially physician-owned. And Derby all over Salina South, 51-20 is that final. Minneapolis is taking care of Republic County, but they're not done yet. That's a third quarter score, 26-15. And that's the only ones. I'm anxious to see if maybe Mike Rose will send us a final on that Nickerson and Andale game, so hopefully we'll find out about that one. But that'll wrap up our broadcast for the girls' game. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll open up with boys' pregame. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball.
Farmers State Bank of Lindsborg, located at 447 Harrison Street, is proud to support the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. Good luck, Vikings, and good luck, Swedes. Member FDIC.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Ask for Casasa.
Warning. Free Casasa checking may lead to a rise in disposable income due to cashback on everyday debit card purchases, refunds on ATM fees, and elimination of so-called service fees. Increased satisfaction may result while operating your debit card. If you suffer from chronic money loss, search for Casasa online.
This has been a financial health advisory courtesy of Casasa. It's like money medicine for your shopping habit.
Offered locally at the Bank of Tesket. Member FDIC. Hemsloyd, Scandinavian Gifts and GlassDecorators.com. See us for your unique Lindsborg gift needs, as well as for glassware customized with your logo, name, or other text. Proud sponsor of Smoky Valley and Bethany Sports since 1984.
Jason Drouillard comes out for the Vikings to talk about his team's victory tonight, and got a little dicey in that third quarter. 6 turnovers for the Vikings, and they outscored you 13-8. Got a little panic, but then the bank came open and the three-pointer started to fall.
Yeah, and that was kind of the theme for the whole game, was just be ready to score. And I thought a little bit we got away from doing what we do really well, which is turning and just shooting and not worrying about whether they go in or not. So once we kind of settled down, especially kind of weathered the storm there for a bit, once we settled down, got back to our groove in offense, we did just fine. And I thought really that change of pace going into full court man kind of got them out of rhythm and forced them into some bad positions and bad shots. So the girls did a nice job adjusting and not panicking too much.
I got to give a shout out to Tinley Scott, because she came off the bench and hit a 3, got a 2. That 5-point spark really kind of settled the team down a little bit late third quarter.
Yeah, and we needed that spark, and especially coming off the bench when we're looking for somebody to step up and make a shot and kind of take that cover off the goal. So she played some big minutes for us, and especially just being another ball handler on the court, somebody that we can go to, and she did some nice things defensively as well that won't show up on the stat book. So we were very proud about what she was able to give us tonight.
Yeah, good win tonight to start off the season. You don't know how you're going to come out. You hope you come out strong, but you really held them 2 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, and our defense was working. We kind of threw them a different look in our kind of early 3-4 quarter trap, looking at a 2-2-1, and got them out of rhythm really immediately. And then they had a tough time kind of settling in, and it allowed us to kind of get a nice jump, which we needed to get out to that 10-2 jump that we had. So that was good to see.
No question about it. You got to look forward to a Friday night off now, and then you got Halstead coming back in, and you took care of them at their place. You feel confident that you can handle them when they come back to our place here a week from tonight?
Confident, but we know we have to fix some things. Defensively, we allowed some easy baskets, and that's the one thing that we preach to not allow. So we got to get back to really playing fundamentals on defense and not overlooking anyone, because each night you're playing somebody that can just go off, and if they have a good night, you have a bad night. It's not a good one for you.
Yeah, no question about it. Congratulations. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you in a week.
All right, thanks so much, Tony.
Coach Jason Drew of the Vikings, and we're going to quickly turn to Coach Doug Snyder's interview for the Vikings as they get ready to play the Hoisington Cardinals. And welcome back to more Viking pregame. Don Banks along with Coach Doug Snyder as you get ready to start the 2022 portion of the season. And nice to get that first win. Got rid of the ranked teams and got a little more confidence, and played really good at Halstead.
We really did. It was nice to use those 4 games to be primers, to know where we need to be, and I thought we got better each and every one of those games. And I really felt like Heston was a nice precursor to us going into Halstead. We felt like we were the better team at Halstead, and I thought we showed we were the better team as Halstead. We have always had some issues, trying to play up or down to the level of our opponents, and I felt like we played our game, and that was important to me. And then, of course, we go away at Christmas, and now we have to turn back around and get some of that rust off and get some things going. Last year we had that Christmas break extended because of the COVID activity, and so we ended up not playing this first game, and we ended up a week behind even before we played a game because we have Friday off. And so we were the rustier team last year by the time we took off after Christmas break. This year, both us and Hoisington are going to start fresh against each other, so we know we got to come play, and we know we got to come and get after it.
Yeah, you have a chance to get some kids in the gym, but practice isn't what a game is. So what'd you do during the break to strengthen your shooting and your rebounding?
That was the key. We really spent a lot of time shooting. I mean, we had to get our guys back into shape, and it's amazing what 4 or 5 or 6 days gives. They were winded a lot when we first started, and I thought we got a lot of that out of the way. But you're exactly right. There's still no way to completely make up for, not playing another person in a game. Our JV guys do a great job competing and giving us some battles in practice, but we were able to bring some of our alumni in to get some work in and do some of those things, and we appreciated those guys because it's nice to play against someone else in practice once in a while. And so we did have some of those guys in, but a lot of little priming stuff. We know where we're at. It's time to get back and remember the plays. It's time to get back in shape. It's time to shoot the ball again. And so, like I said, it really is that got to shake the rust off a little bit, get things going, and whoever can do that a little bit more and quicker tonight, I think is going to be the most successful.
You got a 2-win Hoisington team coming in that Oh, 3-2, three win, and they lost to Hayes, a good team, but the record maybe you haven't played quite the competition you have.
Yeah, I would certainly say they haven't played the competition that we have. I mean, really, Hayes is the only upper level team they've played. Maxville's not a bad team. Don't get me wrong; they're pretty solid at the level they're at. But again, once you kind of lace it up, we know what Hoisington brings, and we know the struggles we sometimes have against Hoisington and how we have to play. They play hard. The Thompson kid averages close to 19 points a game, shoots a lot of threes. The coach's kid, Leighton Haxton, he's very competitive. He handles the ball well for him. And they've got a bunch of guys that are really hungry, some young guys that are fighting for positions and fighting for playing time. We know we've got to come out and compete, and it's nice to have a game at home. We have yet to get a home win. Like I said, our last time on this court was against Heston, and I thought we played well. We need to continue to build on that way we played that night and do more of the same tonight.
Which brings us to keys to victory.
Always the same, Don. We've got to shoot the ball well tonight. They run a lot of zone, and we've got to knock down shots. We can't be complacent. We've also got to get the ball inside, get some nice inside-out looks. The second thing is, if we're going to miss shots against the zone, we've got to own the glass, both ends of the court. And we've done so well with that to this point this year. We've really challenged our guys to do it again tonight. And the third thing is, I think this is going to come down to a lot of turnovers. I think if we can limit our turnovers and limit them getting out in transition, we have more of a chance to keep them from scoring.
Sounds like a plan, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks.
Doug Snyder of the Vikings. We'll be back with more pregame right after this.
Carlson Accounting, Inc. in Lindsborg offers complete accounting and payroll services, full-service income tax and e-file services, and business advisory services. Serving Central Kansas since 1983. A proud supporter of Smoky Valley and Bethany Athletics. Auburn Pharmacy is your local hometown Lindsborg pharmacy. Located at 216 North Harrison Street. Proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. Trust your Smoky Valley real estate needs to Mari Loader of Coldwell Banker Antrim Piper Winger Realtors, a Smoky Valley business owner since 1995 and a community volunteer. No one knows the entire Smoky Valley area the way that Mari does. Call her for your real estate needs. Call Mari, call it sold. Smoky Valley Chiropractic. Dr. Daryl Loader has been on the Viking sidelines since 1995. A doctor with advanced certification in both wellness and sports injury management. He is the resident expert in the Smoky Valley, helping others live long, active, healthy lives since 1995. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Bank of Tuscan. Come see us for all your home loan needs in the Smoky Valley, including construction loans at Stockholm Estates. Equal housing lender, NMLS 403648. Member FDIC.
We're the Bank of Tuscan.
At People's Bank and Trust, we look
basketball fans, welcome to Smoky Valley High School and to tonight's Varsity boys basketball game featuring the Hoisington Cardinals and your Smoky Valley Vikings. Cardinals is 6'3" senior number 1, Braylon Thompson. And for the Vikings, a 5'9" senior number 3, Lucas Apel. For Hoisington, a 5'10" junior number 2, Chase Steinert. For the Vikings, a 5'11" junior number 4, Carson Peel.
And he wears number 2.
For Hoisington, it's a 6'1" junior
son of the coach. He's 6'1". He's a junior. He wears number 3. And Jason Robinson, he's a freshman. He's 5'10". He wears number 20. And Noah DeLiesel, he's a senior. He's 6'3". He wears number 42. So for the Hoisington Cardinals, under the direction of Kyle Haxton, he'll send out Thompson, Steinert, Haxton, Robinson, and DeLiesel. And for the Vikings tonight, it'll be Lucas Apel. He's a senior. He's 5'9". He wears number 3. Carson Peel, he's a junior. He's 5'11". He wears number 4. Trayton Miller, a senior. He's 6'1". He wears number 10. Cade Blanchett, he's a junior. He's 6'4". He wears number 11. And Haven Lysell, he's a senior. He's 6'4". He wears number 25. For Coach Snyder and his Vikings tonight, it's Apel, Peel, Miller, Blanchett, and Lysell. The Vikings coming off of their first win, Darren. They need to take care of business tonight and see what they can do with these Cardinals.
Yep, just need to pick up exactly where we left off with Halstead. And before we get started, a quick shout out to Haven Lysell. He was selected to be in the Shrine Bowl this coming August, so that's a nice honor for him.
And also signed to play football at Oklahoma Baptist,
yes.
down east of Oklahoma City. So that's a Division II school. So he's excited about that. So a couple of big honors for Haven Lysell. And he's had a couple of big games. He's been 19 points a game against Heston, and then 21 points against Halstead, and double figures in rebounds. So he really came off a big game down there.
Yep, we need him to do the same thing tonight. More of the same, be a force inside, which it'll make it all that much easier for our guys on the outside.
Thompson and Lysell will tip it off, and it's controlled by the Vikings. We are shooting at the east end of Smoky Valley Gym, and they'll come out in the zone, the Cardinals. Round around it goes to Blanchett, Miller, Peel outside the zone, Apel. Everybody's outside the three-point line. Peel directing traffic, goes to Trayton Miller, across to Apel, Lucas Apel. To Miller, or to Peel, inside to Blanchett. Blanchett kick out. There's a kick out they want. There's a 3-shot. No rebound. And it's going to be a foul on the Vikings on the rebound. I believe it's going to be on Lucas Apel. The officials shaking their head at each other. And Lucas Apel will be the guilty party. And it's Hoisington ball out of bounds on the Apel foul. A little bit of a cheerleader pom-pom out there on the floor. The Vikings will set up a little token pressure. Leighton Haxton, his brother graduated last year, and he's certainly a scorer. Goes inside to the big guy and blocked by Haven Lysell. And Haven comes away with a rebound. So a block and a rebound off their big DeLiesel. And here come the Vikings in the front court. Around it goes to Peel, over to Miller. Looked at the three but didn't trigger. Cross court it goes to Carson. Peel with it, out top to Apel, around to Miller. Miller still with it. Out to Peel, out to Apel. Lucas Apel will drive baseline, no shot, off to Miller. Miller looking, goes around to Peel, outside the arc. Back over to Miller. He will launch a 3-ball, and it's good! Miller time! An Arnreiner CPA 3-pointer by Trayton Miller at the 6:40 mark. The Vikings strike first. Doug Snyder told us this morning in a quarterback club between Thompson and Haxton, they've shot like 43 pointers as a team, and those two have shot 38 on the baseline. DeLiesel throws it out of bounds, but knocked out of bounds by the Vikings. It'll stay with the Cardinals. Quick substitution in here. Big number 54 coming in. Wow, if their front line in football with those two, that would be a pretty hefty front line, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be nice to have those guys at a guard and a tackle.
Hoffman inside. There's a Thompson 3, and he answers the Vikings 3. He's averaging 18.8 points per game, so he can light it up from everywhere on the court, but he's certainly a strong three-pointer. Miller should have triggered another shot. He had an open look, but didn't. Off it goes to Apel. Apel far side inside to Blanchett. Blanchett has it knocked away, but Miller saves it off to Carson Peel. Carson between the circles on the dribble, goes near side to Apel. Apel back to Miller. Miller another 3-ball, and another make! Trayton Miller with another Arnreiner CPA 3-pointer. 6-3 Vikings with it. Robinson has it on the dribble drive. Kick out to Thompson. Thompson driving inside, and he's going to go the other way. Yes, sir! Haven Lysell loves to draw the charge, and he comes up smiling.
Nice job by Haven. He recognized the drive. He got there in time, held his position, took the charge.
And somebody coming in I don't have in my scorebook, number 0 comes in. That is Randy Chambers. Write that in my program. Vikings on offense inside 2. Blanchett knocked away by Hoisington. It'll stay with the Vikings. Chambers in for the first time. Lob inside to Lysell. Oh, and it just rims out no good. Haxton with the rebound for the Cardinals. Nice lob pass on the inbound play. Here inside it goes to the big guy Hoffman, but he kicks it out to Robinson. Miller with the steal for the Vikings. Trayton Miller in, has it knocked away and turned over. Got a quick hand in there by Leighton Haxton. Here's Thompson, and he's going the other way. Oh, Haven Lysell didn't get the charge that time. Thompson, that one certainly, I think, if the downside official would have called that one, I think he would have called the block, but the upside official called it, and Haven picks up the blocking foul.
Yeah, I thought he was sliding still just a little bit.
Around it goes to Chambers, near side to Robinson. Outside the Vikings. Well, I guess it is man. I thought it was a zone, but it looks like the Vikings are man-to-man. Inside to Hoffman. Hoffman shot up from 10, no foul. And Haven's going to pick up the foul, and that's going to be a bad break for the Vikings as Haven picks up 2 quick fouls now.
Yeah, couldn't afford to have that happen this early.
Hoffman shooting 2 for the Cardinals. First one is good. 6-4 now in favor of the Vikings at the 4:38 mark. Hoisington's wins this year, a little bit suspect on the quality of their wins. Second free throw, no good by Hoffman. They won at Central Plains, they won at Buckland, and they won against St. John's, Kansas. Inside to Cade Blanchett, out to Miller, another 3 ball by Miller, and another make! Woohoo! Arn Reiner, CPA three-pointer right. It is Miller time here tonight at Viking Gym.
He is on fire to start the game, that is for sure.
And why not keep getting him the ball?
And that's exactly what we need if Hoisington's going to stay packed into that zone. We'll let Trayton keep shooting it.
Coach said that in his pregame. He said as long as they'll stay in the zone, we'll keep shooting the shots. They just have to go, and so far they have for the Vikings. There's Chambers, gets it off to Haxton, inside to Hoffman. His shot missing. Rebound. Blanchett, and tied up by Thompson, and it'll stay with the Cardinals on the alternating possession. Thompson and Blanchett tie it up. Gus Griffith, I didn't say that. Gus Griffith checked in and there's a lob into Thompson, and he finishes where Haven Lysell didn't finish on his lob inside there. 9-6, Vikings with the lead. Trayton Miller, they're going to guard him real quickly. Vincent Pickering is also checked in for the Vikings. Miller time. He wanted to trigger again, but didn't. Pickering with it. Now goes back to Peel. Here's Miller. Another Miller time 3. No. Rebound long. And we're going to go the other way as Cade Blanchett is going to get called for the push on the rebound. Cade Blanchett will pick up his first, team third. Number 2 is checked in, Steiner back in. And number 42, DeLiesel back in as well. Thompson and Haxton stay in along with number 0, Chambers. Vikings man-to-man this possession. On the dribble drive is Steiner. Kicks it off to DeLiesel. DeLiesel wanting to get rid of it. Does to Haxton. Leighton Haxton around to Thompson. Thompson with it. Around it goes to Chambers. He's going to launch a 3 ball, and it's good. Wow.
Defense sagged off and went with the guy who rolled off of the pick, and Chambers was open and drained it.
9-9. And Miller's going to get called for the traveling call on the pass. Somehow he skipped around, did something. I certainly wasn't looking for that.
Yeah, he started past it, and the guy he was going to throw it to moved a little bit, so he hitched up just a second and ended up moving his feet.
Well, turnover Vikings, their third. Hoisington has just one. Haxton gets it off to Thompson. Thompson dribble drive, now penetrates dribble drive. Oh, there's a travel. Yeah, I was going to say, even though he he kind of lost control of it, get him for the travel. There's second turnover. Well, Viking ball, 9-9 at the 2:22 mark of the first quarter. Lucas Apel off to Carson Peel. Carson near side to Pickering. Back to Lucas, inside to Gus Griffith. Griffith out, knocked it away, and turned it over. Here comes the Cardinals. Quickly up to Steinert, who loses the handle. He turns it over as Gus Griffith picks it up. 4-3 in turnovers, and there's the ball inside to Blanchett, out to Pickering. Pickering, little 10-footer, good. Vincent Pickering has come in and given the Vikings some good minutes this year.
He does. One good thing about Vincent, he's confident, not afraid to shoot the ball, and he's a good shooter.
Oh, and the Vikings get too many people in where the ball went, and they turn it over as it went off of Gus Griffith's leg and Apel's leg and Peel's leg, and Vikings with their fifth turnover. Steinert to Haxton, give and go. Inside and good by Steinert, his first points. And it's 11-11 at the 1:30 mark. Apel on the dribble off to Pickering. Pickering, top of the key to Carson Peel, inside the Blanchett, out to Apel, across court to Pickering. His three ball, too strong. Rebound, Gus Griffith, out to Pickering, out to Peel. His three ball, it's good. Carson Peel for the Vikings' 14th point, coming at the 1:10 mark. The Vikings up 14-11. Haxton outside, going across court to Chambers. Back to Haxton. Vikings zone. 2-3 zone. A long three by Haxton. Wow.
Yeah, he was about a step inside the volleyball spike line there.
Yeah.
And had no trouble. That was within his range.
That was all net, too. He swished that one. 35 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Carson Peel on the dribble, gets it off to Pickering, but knocked away by Steinert. They'll stay with the Vikings right in front of the Hoisington bench. Miller in, Peel out. Pickering will put it in play. Go that lob play, but it wasn't open. Apel with it at the half-court circle. Started by Thompson. Gets it off to Blanchett. Blanchett driving, shot, and good. Gabe Blanchett finished that time at the rim. The Vikings have 16-14 lead. Last possession of the quarter might belong to the Cardinals. See what they do with it. Steinert gets a screen from Hoffman around back to Haxton to Steinert. Back to Thompson. Thompson outside with it. Thompson shot, no. Rebound, no. And the first quarter is over, and the Vikings have a 16-14 lead. Back with quarter number 2 after this 30-second timeout. And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binks along with Aaron Abel as the Vikings have a 16-14 lead after one. Been a nice, fast-paced, well-played game so far.
It is, and just like Coach Snyder mentioned, Hoisington really tries to push the ball up the floor. So far the Vikings have done a good job getting back, not letting them have easy breakaway layup baskets, and we got to keep that up.
And the Arnreiter CPA three-pointer has been a vital part of the offense so far. 4 Viking three-pointers in this first quarter. There's Apel with it. Hoisington has come out man-to-man. Here's Peel. And no. Thompson with the rebound for the Cardinals and quickly in transition. Dribbles it off his knee, turns it over. Here's Carson Peel going the other way. Carson shot up, blocked by Haxton, and a foul. And the Cardinals turned it over. The Vikings got a breakaway, and that foul is going to be on Haxton, I think.
Yeah, it was on Haxton.
That'll be his first. And Carson Peel at the free throw line shooting 2. And the first one in there. Carson was also joining the three-point party with 1 3-pointer. Second Peel free throw, rattling out, no good. Haxton with the rebound for the Cardinals, quickly up to Thompson. Thompson on the wing, bounce pass into DeLiesel. Long time in the lane, but gets out. Back to Haxton out top, guarded by Blanchett. Near side to Steinert. Give and go to Haxton. Fade away. No. Rebound. It'll be last touch by the Vikings. Wow. I thought the Cardinals hit it out too. Haven smiling. Him and DeLiesel are chuckling. I think it must have gone off of DeLiesel. Here's a shot by Thompson. And, well, a little bit of luck there as the ball stuck between the backboard and the rim. And on the alternating possession, it stays with Hoisington. So the ball stays with Hoisington. Everybody else going to the other end, they thought it would just be automatically Vikings ball, but it's not. So a little bit of a bad break there for the Vikings, leading 17-14. Haxton puts it in play, bounce pass to DeLiesel inside. DeLiesel strong up and good off the glass. DeLiesel, who averages 6.8 points per game, his first points of the contest. Miller with it baseline, out top to Carson Peel, to Lucas Apel. He's going to launch a 3-ball. It's good! An Arn Reinert CPA 3-pointer by Apel. 6:50 to go. The Vikings up 20-16. Thompson on the dribble, off to Haxton. Haxton, the coach's son, and an older brother that also played. I think he went to Hayes, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He went somewhere to play basketball. Thompson wanted to trigger a long one, didn't. Goes into DeLiesel. DeLiesel off to Hoffman, out to Steinert. Back into Hoffman. Hoffman shot up and too strong. Rebound on the weak side, Blanchett. Quickly up to Apel. In transition to Miller. Miller time. Trayton Miller! Another 3. And Coach Haxton wants a timeout. We'll keep this one right here as the Vikings are certainly on fire from beyond the arc tonight.
Well, and that's what you've got to have. If they're going to play that zone, it's going to be tough to get the ball inside. So, we've got to be able to hit those shots from the outside. And fortunately tonight, they're going in. Yeah, no question about that. 3 3-pointers are running around. Trayton Miller already in double figures with 4 3-pointers, and what a night he's having. Again, thanking our sponsors, Harry Malary, Farm Bureau, Lindsberg Realty, Liz Nahadney, owner broker, Pizza Hut, Dr. Darrell Loader, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Mari Loader, Caldwell Banker Real Estate, The Old Stuga, CNL Heating and Cooling, Dower Welding, Bank of Chescott, First Bank Kansas, Art Shirt, Salina Ortho, People's Bank and Trust, Arn Reinert CPA, Midway Motors, Farmer State Bank, Gallant Tire and Auto, Smoky Valley Booster Club, Lindsberg Family Dental Care. Thanking each one of those for their sponsorship. Vikings again off Friday, back at Smoky Valley Gym against Halstead next Tuesday. Also wrestling at home on Thursday. Bethany and Kansas Wesleyan in basketball on Wednesday night in Salina. Lots of activity to start off 2022. That's right. We start off and get it going right away.
Thompson from Haxton for the Cardinals, who now are down by 7. Haxton to Steinert, looking inside, knocked away. Vikings come up with the turnover. Carson Peel with the deflection, and that's the 6th turnover for the Hoisington Cardinals. Inside to Blanchett. Kick out to Miller. Across court to Carson Peel. His dribble drive. Carson shot too strong. Rebound DeLiesel. And the Cardinals take that one away. Haxton in the front court, guarded by Carson Peel. Around it goes. Vikings in a 3-2 drop zone this time. To Haxton. To Steinert. Back to Haxton. Outside the zone. Outside the 3-point arch. Thompson. Haxton. Oh, we got a little kid on the court over here wandering around. Comes a mom or a dad to pick him up. Actually, it was Coach Ryan coming to pick him up. Inside it goes to DeLiesel. Almost a turnover, but he hangs onto the ball. DeLiesel, strong move to the basket. Good. DeLiesel has his second basket. That stops the Viking run. 18 for the Cardinals, 23 for the Vikings. Apel over to Trayton Miller. Inside to Gus Griffith, who checked in. He has it knocked away, and the Vikings turn it over. The other way, Steiner. No, he's fouled by Apel. And Steiner will have 2 free throws.
That's one where you'd like to see Lucas either, make the foul so he can't get the shot off as easily and has no chance to make it, or just let him go.
And he makes the first free throw. Good. 19 for the Cardinals, coming at the 4:45 mark of the first half. Kai Blanchett in for the first time tonight. He was hot in the JV game.
Yes, he was.
I saw him make 2 or 3 three-pointers. Second one, no good, and Kai gets the rebound. So it's Blanchett, Pickering, Griffith, and Peel on the court for the Vikings with a 4-point lead, 23-19.
Hoisington's back in the zone.
Cross court to Carson, looked at a 3, didn't trigger, goes inside, kicks it out to Gus. Oh, tipped it away and turned it over. Haxton all the way down, but he's double teamed, so he can't get into the basket. Off to Thompson, back to Haxton. He gets double teamed in the corner, inside to Hoffman. His shot off the glass, no. Rebound, a push on the Cardinals on the rebound. Kai Blanchett with another rebound. And that'll be DeLiesel with his first team foul. Robinson back in for the Cardinals. Jason Robertson.
Yeah, it's obviously Hoisington is, with a couple big games that Haven has had, they've decided they're not going to let him beat us on the inside and going to make us shoot it from the outside to beat them.
Kai Blanchett with it off to Pickering. Back to Kai Blanchett. Inside to, Gus Griffith. The pass was to Griffith just off his fingertips, and it's back-to-back turnovers for the Vikings. I have them for 8. Hoisington was 6. Haxton now into the front court on the dribble with 4 minutes left to go, first half. Vikings lead at 23-19. Thompson gets double-teamed on the corner, dribbles it out of bounds. Thompson wanted a contact foul, and he's looking around, but there was some contact between him and Haven, but Haven did not have his hands out. He was just all body.
Yeah.
And it goes as a Cardinal turnover. And here comes Carson walking it into the front court. Off to Kai Blanchett, back to Carson. Carson Peel from the elbow, shot, no, rebound. Griffith shot, no, rebound. Griffith and DeLiesel tied up, but it comes loose and gets in the hands of Leighton Haxton. Vikings can't cash with the opportunity inside point blank. Around it goes to Robinson, right in front of the Viking bench. Robinson off to DeLiesel out top. DeLiesel, baseline to Thompson, little 10-footer, too strong. Oh, what a friendly roll.
Got the shooter's touch.
My goodness, it's a 5-0 run by the Cardinals right now. Here's Kai Blanchett with it off the Pickering. Around to Carson Peel, looked at a 3, didn't trigger. Carson off to Pickering. Pickering off to Kai Blanchett, back to Pickering, top of the key. And Pickering will shoot from the elbow. Good. Vincent Pickering knocks down his second 2 of the night, and it's 25 for the Vikings at the 2:40 mark, 21 for the Cardinals. Robinson from Haxton out top, and the Vikings in a 3-2 drop zone. Here's Haxton with a 3. Boy, he's got it from long range. It's only his second 3 of the night, but it gets the Cardinals to within 4. It's an 8-2 run here by the Cardinals. Peel on the dribble, man-to-man this time. Pickering backdoor, shot up and good. Vincent Pickering with some good minutes for the Vikings, 27-24. With a nice baseline, kind of a tough angle with the baseline right on the next to the baseline.
And he did a nice job when just pulling up, shooting a little jumper when the defender stepped in.
Big shot inside. Vikings with the rebound, and Thompson's going to pick up his second foul, so Braylon Thompson picks up a foul. Trayton Miller back in. Number 34 in for the first time, Chase Meyer. And back in is Steinert. So it's Steinert and Robinson and Haxton and Meyer and DeLuzel now on the court for the Cardinals. It's Peel, Blanchett, Miller, and Pickering for the Vikings. Story of the game so far, Trayton Miller, three-pointer. There's a backdoor cut, and Miller, he can't make it from point-blank range. Kicks it out. Blanchett at the free throw line. Kai Blanchett gives the Vikings their 29th point at the 1:30 mark. Robinson and Haxton playing catch out top. Inside to Steinert, baseline to DeLuzel. Out to Haxton, gonna launch a three ball. No this time, rebound. Vikings quickly up to Trayton Miller, and it's gonna be a blocking foul on Haxton. Yeah, Haxton, you're gonna get a technical if you do that. He reacted to that official's call. He had no clue where he was. He had to call that on him.
Yep.
And he was not happy.
He didn't give Trayton a step to catch the ball and turn.
So Haxton and Thompson both with 2 fouls. Here's Trayton Miller, three ball, no. Rebound this time, Haxton inside for the Cardinal. 1:05 left to go. Vikings up 29-24. Haxton on the dribble. Over it goes to Robinson. Robinson to Steinert. Knocked away. Oh, it goes right in the hands of DeLuzel inside. He's triple teamed in the lane. Shot up and good. Oh, my goodness. And now DeLuzel just flattened Pickering. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep this one right here. DeLuzel, did you see that elbow?
Yeah, and I don't think it was anything flagrant or intentional. He just kind of turned, and he's a big guy, and Vincent
maybe a little off balance. Yeah, maybe a little off balance. He gives up about 100 pounds to DeLuzel. He's pretty strong, but DeLuzel got his 6 point, and it's 26-29. The Vikings lead it with now 46 seconds left to go. Each team has 5 fouls, so nothing big on the foul trouble other than April with 2 and Lysell with 2 for the Vikings. Thompson and Haxton 2 each for the Cardinals. Been an entertaining first half for sure.
It has. Both teams really playing pretty well.
The story so far is the three-point shooting for the Vikings. 6 3-pointers. Compared to 4 3-pointers for the Hoisington Cardinals. Carson Peel will bring it up into the front court. They took Haxton out too, so both Haxton and Thompson are out for the last 40-some seconds. See what the Vikings can do, and they're going to just sit back and go for one shot here. Ty Blanchett off to Miller, off to Peel. Carson Peel to Blanchett to Miller. Wanted to trigger but didn't. Go to Blanchett to Peel to Miller. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound, no, by Vincent Pickering. And they're going to call a foul on number 5, M.J. Allward. Will have checked in. I didn't get him marked in there, but it'll be out of bounds to Smoky Valley with 14.9 seconds to go. Carson directing traffic, still directing, going out to Kai Blanchett. Kai with it to Miller. Looking for Carson Peel, has him to Blanchett. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Round to Carson Peel. Carson shot up and good! Carson Peel knocks down another Viking three-pointer, and it's 32-26 at halftime. The Vikings lead at 36-22. We'll be back to wrap this first half up after this 2-minute timeout.
Smoky Valley High School Wildfires would like to thank their sponsors this year who helped them attend dance camp this past summer. Sponsors include Bill and Karina Anderson, Brian and Penny Hamill, Colby Bertrand, Edward Jones, Craig and Robin Nachbar, Debbie Thompson, Designs, Jessica Decker, Realtor. John and Linnell Nockbar, Larry and Tina Peterson, Melanie Elliott, Mike and Vicki Stevenson, Patrick Branch, People's Bank and Trust, Ron and Cindy Rogers, Sean and Tiffany Cook, Shaylee Schwager, Speedline Racing Products, St. Louis Bowers, The Good Merchant, and the Leopard Pineapple Boutique. The Wildfires will be dancing tonight to Tick Tick Boom. They are Captain Grayson Bauer, Captain Riley Ebert, Captain Emma Liddick, Braden DeSalt, Lauren DeLiesel, Olivia Ford, Raina Decker, Addison Ebert, Esther Clark, Tessa Replical, the Wildfires. The Smoky Valley High School Wildfires. They're the beach, and this is Angela DeLiesel.
Rebounds apiece. Leading the Vikings right now, actually, Kine Blanchett with 3. He came off the bench and came in and did a nice job. And for Hoisington, Leighton Haxton has 4.
Good balance there, both teams. The Vikings certainly from beyond the arc have hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3-pointers. And it's the Arnreiner three-point play that has been keeping the Vikings in the game. Time to look at our impact performance of the first half presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. Not much question about where that needs to go tonight so far.
So far, yeah. We're just hoping that that Trayton can keep the hot hand going here in the second half. Obviously, that is, Hoisington decided if you're going to beat us, you're going to have some people hit it, some shots from the outside. And fortunately, we've been doing that. So, either Hoisington's going to have to let us keep shooting those, or they're going to have to switch something up. And, then if they do that, then might be a little easier for Haven to become a little more of a force inside.
Yeah, it might be the first half of the game that Haven hasn't scored in. I know at Concordia he scored 8 or 9 points in the first quarter and then never scored for the rest of the game, but they've really made sure he's not going to score inside. And then he picked up a couple of fouls, so he had to spend some time on the bench. But Trayton Miller has certainly picked up the slack for the Vikings, no question about that. Time now for a Salina Surgical scoreboard update. Choose Salina Surgical Hospital for your outpatient procedures or inpatient stays. Salina Surgical is proud to be partially physician-owned, and we did get a final from Nickerson in girls action. Nickerson did beat Andale
52 to 48, I think it was.
52 to 48, so a 4-point victory for the Nickerson Panthers over Andale. That's a big win for Nickerson, and they're now 7-0 on the season so far.
That is a good win. Andale is usually one of the
Premier,
top programs, yeah.
In all sports, it seems like Andale's one of those communities. They won football this year, and they were very much part of the volleyball action, and they're always part of baseball and softball and track and field. And
they
seem to do it. some of the scores I was talking about. Derby over Salina South, 23-21, so a little closer in boys action than it was in girls action. And Minneapolis 45, Republic County 20. That's a final in girls action. Don't have a boys action up there updated. And Salina Central must not be playing tonight, so we don't have a score from them. But here our Vikings have a 32-26 lead, and the Smoky Valley girls also victorious tonight after kind of letting Hoisington kind of come back in the game in that third quarter. They took care of business in the fourth quarter and went on to win 47-30. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you. Vikings lead it 32-26 back after this 2-minute timeout.
Auburn Pharmacy is your local hometown Lindsborg pharmacy, located at 216 North Harrison Street, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. 7-day-a-week urgent care has arrived in Lindsborg. Open now at the Lindsborg Community Hospital. 7-day-a-week urgent care is open, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. on weekends. No need to be an established patient of the Family Healthcare Clinic. Everyone can enjoy the new convenience for those things that can't wait until tomorrow, but aren't serious enough for the emergency room. 7 days a week, urgent care at Lindsborg Community Hospital. Trust your Smoky Valley real estate needs to Mari Loader of Coldwell Banker Antrim Piper Winger Realtors, a Smoky Valley business owner since 1995 and a community volunteer. No one knows the entire Smoky Valley.
Valley Gym dumpings along with Darren Abel. Got some scores. Thank you, Mike Rose, for sending us those scores. Pratt falls to Hayes tonight in girls action, 47-44. They moved to 4-3 on the year. Clearwater defeats Halstead. A pretty good high-scoring game, 56-52. Hillsboro girls defeat Hutch Trinity 30-13. So Hutch Trinity's on our schedule a little bit later. And that's all the update we have there. Vikings again off next Friday, home next Tuesday against Halstead, and then at Heston before we go to the St. Sterling tournament. And not a lot of good records at Sterling tournament this year, so maybe the Vikings can do some damage over there.
Yeah, you know, it's always a good tournament. We see some teams that we don't see in our league, and it's always good competition, tough games, and hopefully we can make a little noise down there.
Salina Ortho starting lineups for the second half: Trayton Miller, Lucas Apel, Carson Peel, Haven Lysell, and Cade Blanchett. For the Cardinals, Robinson, Steinert, Haxton, Thompson, and DeLiesel, the same way they started the game as well. Carson in a little bit of trouble out here. Has got to go somewhere with it. Finally does with about a 4.5-second count. There's a backdoor cut to Lucas Apel, and he finishes at the rim for his 5th point of the night. 34-26. Vikings by 8 here at the 7:33 mark. Robinson on the dribble for the Cardinals. He's going to launch a little long two. Oh, wow. The bank is open for Robinson. His first points of the game.
He was watching Abby Rose shoot it in the girls' game.
Nobody was expecting him to come up. And there's a turnover by Lucas, but he gets it right back. And now a foul by Robinson. Oh, it's a foul on April. Oh, my goodness.
Lucas.
I thought. So it's a turnover and a foul. So Lucas picks up his third foul. That'll bring Vincent Pickering off the bench right away. Tough luck there for Lucas trying to get a little give and go, and somebody on Hoisington played good defense and saw that coming and picked that pocket. There's Haxton with it, goes inside to Thompson. Thompson shot up, no. Rebound, Haven Lysell. Off to Carson Peel. The Vikings defense good. One shot and out for the Cardinals. Carson Peel on the dribble against Haxton. Looking, goes inside to Haven. Haven double team, shot up, and got the roll that time. Haven gets his first bucket of the game. 36 for the Vikings, 28 for the Cardinals. Off it goes to Robinson, far side wing, free throw line extended. Now on to top of the key, Robinson looking, now goes out to Thompson. Thompson to Haxton. Haxton back inside to Thompson. Thompson driving, spin, left-handed shot, missing. Rebound, Thompson gets his own rebound. In trouble, gets it off to DeLiesel. DeLiesel outside the lane, looking for somebody. Goes over to Thompson. There's Robinson long driving, and he gets a little floater. He's got 2 buckets here to start the third quarter.
And Vikings got lost on defense and left him open.
He was wide open. Good look by the Cardinals to get it to him. Here's Carson Peel with the dribble drive. Carson floater, no, going the other way. Thompson took the charge. Carson wasn't very happy with that call. That's his first foul. 36-30. Vikings lead it over the Cardinals. Carson putting a little pressure on Leighton Haxton in the backcourt. He'll get it up without any issue. Into the front court right over by the Cardinal bench. On the dribble, still on the dribble. Wants to go into DeLiesel, but goes to Thompson instead. He'll launch a long three-pointer. No good. Rebound, Cade Blanchett. One shot and out again. Good Viking defense. Carson on the dribble. Still looking inside for Haven. Haven shot up, and he's going to be fouled. And Haven will have 2 free throws. Vikings making a point to get the ball into Haven Lysell.
And that's exactly, I think, again, was Hoisington's game plan to try and keep that from happening, and that shows why. A basket one trip down, and then a post up and draws a foul the next time.
Free throw no good by Haven Lysell. I have the Vikings free throw shooting percentages. 48% by Haven, and he misses both. Oh, there's a turnover, though. The Vikings caused the turnover. Vikings still with it. Haven, spin move, loses the handle. It's knocked out of bounds. And Steiner, way out of bounds, threw it into Lysell, but he was already out of bounds when he threw it, so it'll stay with Smoky Valley. 5:13 left to go, third quarter. Carson to put it in play, looking. Goes into Cade Blanchett now, off to Miller, around to Pickering, to Carson Peel inside, knocked away and stolen by Haxton. And Haxton, almost a steal by the Vikings, quickly up to Thompson. Thompson, the acrobat. Oh, my goodness. Why is that a block and it's not a block on the other end? Thompson was totally out of control. He turned around backwards.
He was, but I think Vincent, instead of staying square, just turned with him a little bit. If he'd have stayed square, he would have gotten the call.
Maybe so, but man, he was totally out of control. And that's one of those things when a shooter is out of control like that, they usually give him the...
Yeah, they 9 times out of 10, the defense is going to not get the call there.
Both free throws good by Thompson. 32-36, Vikings by 4 at the 5-minute mark. Carson in the backcourt, goes way down to Trayton Miller, 3 ball, too strong, rebound, Hoisington. Quickly up to Thompson. Thompson on the dribble, side of the lane, goes inside to the big Hoffman. His shot up and good. Hoffman with his first field goal of the night. Hoisington at the little rally here. Vikings were up by 8 at one time. They got it within 2. Here's Pickering, though. Vincent Pickering with a big answer for the Vikings. And now the Cardinals turn it over.
Hoisington trying to set up a little bit of a half-court trap there, and the Vikings did a good job of not panicking, don't rush into something, and take their time, threw over the top of it, and got it back door.
38-34, Vikings. They get the turnover. Go out top to Pickering. Out to Lucas Apel looking for Griffith inside there. Not there. Goes across court to Cade Blanchett. He'll launch a 3-ball. No. Rebound. Trayton Miller hustles to get the rebound. Gets it off to Pickering. Back to Miller. Back to Apel to reset the Viking offense. Back to Trayton Miller. 4 3-pointers in the first half. Can he get hot again? Here's Gus Griffith from the elbow. Missing. Rebound. And we're going to get called for the foul on the rebound. Steinert was bodying Lucas Apel. And Steinert picks up his first personal. Second team foul. And Vikings ball out of bounds. Lucas Apel will trigger into Blanchett. Blanchett back to Apel. Long 2. No. Rebound. Trayton Miller. He's gotten like 3 rebounds all of a sudden. Here's Trayton. No. Rebound. Gus Griffith inside. And he can't hang on to it. Too bad. Good effort by Gus. But he can't turn over. I don't know if that goes as a turnover or not.
Yeah, I don't think he ever really had possession. He was tipping it around, but I don't think he ever got it in his hands.
38-34. Vikings by 4. Hoisington with the basketball. Off to Steinert. It's a screen. Steinert long 2. No. Rebound. Trayton Miller. Another rebound by Trayton Miller all of a sudden. Using his 6'1" body to get into rebounding position. Here's Apel off to Gus Griffith. Griffith up and good. Gus Griffith for the Vikings' 40th point, coming at the 3:12 mark. Oh, Thompson almost turned it over in traffic. Now gets it off to Hoffman inside, and he's fouled as he makes the basket. And 1. Cade Blanchett guilty of the foul, his second foul. 36-40.
Haven and Carson back in for the Vikings.
Joining Griffith and Pickering and Apel right now. Hoffman at the free throw line. Got the roll. They're getting a lot of friendly rolls here at Smoky Valley Gym right now. Hoffman out and Chambers back in. 3 minutes left to go, third quarter. Vikings had a 6-point lead at halftime. Cut it down to 3. Inside to Griffith, stolen away by Thompson. Thompson with the steal. Transition. He's going to go to a 3-pointer. In and out, no good. Carson Peel with the rebound. Quickly up to Lysell. Lysell off to Pickering. What a pass. Pickering with the finish. 42-35 at the 2:35 mark. 42-37, 5-point lead for the Vikings. Thompson with it inside. Chambers, no. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Haxton. 3-ball, swish. Haxton, I saw him warming up at halftime, and he was not making a thing. He was bricking every shot he warmed up with, but when he comes into game time, they certainly go. Here's Lysell in and good. Haven Lysell. But now he's got to finish the and 1. He just missed 2 free throws a moment ago.
Yeah, if we can keep getting the ball inside, they cannot handle Haven inside.
His quickness is big inside there. That'll be the 3rd foul on DeLiesel. That'll bring number 34, Meyer, in off the bench. Meyer joins Chambers, Thompson, Haxton, and Robinson. And Haven does make the 3-point play. 44-45 for the Vikings, coming at the 2-minute mark. Robinson on the dribble for the Cardinals. Baseline drive. Back off to Haxton. 3-pointer. Wow. Leighton Haxton is lighting it up all of a sudden.
Yeah, you cannot lose him on defense.
He was in the dead corner. That was a tough shot because he was right next to the baseline line. The backboard was in play on that shot, and there's the Vikings turn it over. It was a bad pass by Lucas Apel. 11th Viking turnover. Here's Chambers. Gets it off to Meyer inside, and no good. Gus Griffith on the foul. And Meyer will have 2 free throws.
15 foul. Chase Meyer at the line to shoot 2.
45-43, and Meyer can't connect on the free throw. Second Meyer free throw at the 1:28 mark. Went like a shot put. And he missed them both. Quickly up to Carson Peel. Carson to Apel, around to Pickering. Wanted to trigger a 3, but didn't. To Carson. Carson trying to get it inside. Now to Pickering, now to Apel, now to Griffith, now to Peel. Oh, nice little pass by Griffith. Little finger roll, 47th point for the Vikings. Inside to Meyer. Meyer, kick off to Robinson. Robinson in trouble, gets it off to Thompson. Thompson driving. Thompson out to Apel, knocked away, turnover. Vikings quickly up to Haven Lysell. Has to stop. Still has his dribble, shot up, and good. Haven Lysell with 2 more. 49-43, coming at the 41-second mark. Thompson with it in the half-court circle, guarded by Carson Peel. 30 seconds left. Vikings by 6. Same lead they had at halftime. And then they're going to call Thompson with a turnover. Palming the ball. I have him for 10 turnovers. I have the Vikings for 11. He said I had my hand on top of the ball. His hand was so far under the ball. Lucas Apel out. Trayton Miller come in? I think he did. Yeah.
Yes.
Miller, Blanchett, Pickering, Lysell, and Blanchett on the court. Vikings going to go for the last shot, leading by 6. They could get it to an 8 or 9 point lead. Here's Blanchett to Miller. 7 seconds. Shot up by Haven. No. Get his own rebound shot. No. And Hoisington with a shot at halftime. And Paxton throws it the length of the court. He hits the backboard, but it falls incomplete or no good. And the Vikings have 49. The Cardinals have 43. We'll be back for an exciting 4th quarter after this 1 minute timeout.
Send it first order. Get your mowers. Sign up for our winter service program. Don't forget to ask about the early sign-up promotion when you call.
Inside, no. Rebound, Vikings. Pickering comes away with the defensive rebound. Gets it off to Carson Peel. Pickering, Peel, Lysell, Blanchett, and Miller on the court for the Vikings. Chambers, Robinson, Steinert, Haxton, and DeLiesel for the Cardinals. Here's Carson Peel, 3. It's good! An arm runner, three-pointer by Carson Peel. 52-43, 9-point Viking lead at the 7-12 mark of the 4th quarter. Off it goes to DeLiesel. DeLiesel wants to get it back to Haxton and does. Gets it over to Chambers. Man-to-man defense by the Vikings inside and stolen away by Lysell. Turnover, Hoisington. Carson on the dribble.
Hoisington's gone man-to-man here.
Carson. Off it goes to, and we're going to go the other way. Carson Peel gets another charging call. Wow. Too bad for Carson. That looked, but like you said on that one, DeLiesel stood straight. He never moved. And on the other end, when the Vikings didn't get that call, Vincent kind of turned a little bit. So they're being pretty consistent on their calling.
Yeah, that's one where he likes to see Carson, instead of continuing to float in after he's in the air, just to kind of go straight up and come straight down.
Haxton with it, guarded by Carson Peel. Off it goes to Thompson. Thompson from the elbow. No. Rebound, Vikings. Cade Blanchett with a big, strong rebound. Carson, wanted to throw it into somebody inside. Here's Haven Lysell inside. No. Blanchett rebound. Out to Pickering. Pickering drive. Shot up. Blocked by Pickering. Gets the rebound. Tipped by Blanchett. Out to Peel. The Vikings will reset the offense. Good, smart play by Carson Peel to reset. Take your time. You don't have to be in a hurry. Trayton Miller. Good off to Pickering. Pickering out to Miller. Another three ball. Trayton Miller. No. Rebound inside. Tipped out by the Vikings. It'll be Hoisington basketball. Some really good looks by the Vikings.
Yep. Good looks. They just didn't fall, but
couldn't cash them in.
Keep being patient, working the offense, make Hoisington play defense for an extended period of time.
Yeah. 5:49 to go here. There's almost a travel by Haxton. Somehow he got away with it. Here's Thompson on the dribble drive, missing, and a foul. And Thompson will go to the free throw line. 18.8 points per game for Thompson. The Vikings have held him in check. He's got 9. He can certainly explode in the fourth quarter. We'll see what happens here. He gets the free throw. He's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Haxton on the other side averages 11.4. He's got 4 3-pointers tonight, so he's got 12. He's over his average. The big Hoffman back in. He could be an offensive tackle on my team.
I'm telling you what, yeah.
He's a big boy.
He would move some people out of the way.
I think they had a pretty successful...
Yeah, they traditionally have a pretty good football program.
Football season, 45 for the Cardinals. That's coming at the 5:40 mark, so Vikings scored their first basket of the quarter at the 7-12 team mark. Nobody ever scored after that. Inside it goes to Trayton Miller, out to Carson Peel. His 3-ball, it's good! An Arn Reinert CPA 3-pointer by Carson Peel, 55-45, 10-point Viking lead at the 5:18 mark. Somebody just came in, number 5, Allward. Around to Thompson. Thompson against Blanchett. Thompson, kick out to Haxton, inside it, back to Thompson. He gets double-teamed right away. Quickly over to DeLiesel. DeLiesel in the lane, kick out to Thompson. Thompson dribble drive. Got away with a travel into DeLiesel. DeLiesel, and a foul called. Good effort, though. Good defense by the Vikings. They made him work for a shot, and somebody they probably don't want taking the shot, DeLiesel.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's 4 fouls on Cade.
Shoot. He's had some good minutes inside tonight. And DeLiesel misses the free throw. Gus Griffith will check back in. Gus has had some good minutes, too.
He has. Gus had some nice minutes down at Halstead and doing a good job here tonight off the bench.
Get a couple of minutes here to get Cade back in at the 2-minute mark or so. Second DeLiesel free throw. Also no good. And the Vikings, DeLiesel comes up with a foul somehow. I don't know how that happened.
Well, Lucas was in position to get the rebound off the floor, and DeLiesel kind of just shoved Lucas out of the way.
We'll keep this one right here as the Vikings, a break went our way finally.
It did, and that's 4 fouls on DeLiesel.
Yeah.
So, their main big guy is now in foul trouble.
Yeah, he's a scorer inside. He averages 6.8 points per game, but he's certainly in there. They're going to check Meyer in for him, and Meyer missed a couple of free throws, or DeLiesel just missed 2 free throws too. So they're really not gaining or losing a lot there, but the Vikings certainly have done a great job on Haxton and Thompson. They have 2 points in this fourth quarter, and this is where you'd expect those big scorers to take over.
Right.
And they've played really good defense.
They have. Haxton got loose a couple of times for a couple of three-pointers where we kind of lost track of him on defense, but I was afraid that maybe that might get him going a little bit, but we've done a good job of coming back with our defense, not letting him get loose and not giving up any more easy open threes to him.
7 points for Haven Lysell in that third quarter. Vikings and Cardinals both scored 17 points in that quarter. Vikings facing a full court press now by the Cardinals. They get it to Lucas Apel. They're trying to double team the ball in the backcourt, but the Vikings certainly get it into the front court. And there's Lysell, and there's a foul on Thompson. And he had a pretty good block up top. They called him with the body, and that's his third foul.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I think a lot of times the referee down low gets blocked out by the backboard and assumes there's a foul, and when he can't see the hand, he just calls the body.
And Haven misses the free throw. He's struggling from the line a little bit. 1 out of 4 so far. And that one also no good. And Hoisington loses the handle. Knocked out of bounds by Griffith, but Hoffman tried to save it from going out of bounds and touched it last.
Yeah, Hoffman and Thompson kind of were both grabbing for the ball and knocked it out of bounds.
Vikings with a little bit of a break there as they get, should have given up a rebound on the missed free throw. Now they got to dry off the ball, a little bit of perspiration on the ball. Couple of Carson Peel three-pointers in this quarter has opened up the 10-point Viking lead. With 4:36 now left to go. And ball into Haven, off to Gus Griffith. They get it in easily, off to Lucas Apel, looking for Haven, gets double-teamed. And they're going to call a foul on Hoisington on the double team. Haven shaking his head like, and foul me. That's the 15th foul on Hoisington. That one's going to be on Meyer, I think.
Yep, it was on Meyer.
That's his first. Off to Carson Peel, little floater. Carson Peel got 8 points in the quarter, 57 for the Vikings and 45 for the Cardinals. Here's Thompson on the dribble drive. Thompson shot up. Oh, Gus Griffith just stood there. Thompson jumped right into him. They'll call a foul on Griffith, and Thompson back to the free throw line. That'll be Gus Griffith's second. 9th team foul on the Vikings. I don't know where that's coming from. Thompson makes the free throw. He's 7 out of 7 from the line. 5 out of 5. Can't add very good. DeLiesel now getting ready to check back in with his 4 fouls. And he makes the second free throw as well. 47.
Going to have to handle some pressure now.
Man-to-man, pretty much full court press. They get it into Lysell, who gets it back to Miller, who gets it up to Apel, who gets it to Haven. Into Gus Griffith, knocked away by DeLiesel. Good play by Noah DeLiesel.
Haven was about a half a second late on that pass. If he'd have seen Gus just a tick earlier, he'd have had a layup.
You saw him, but Haven had to dribble the ball. Here's Haven inside. They're going to call an offensive foul on Haven. Bad luck, Haven, tonight.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a flop there.
Yep. That's his third foul, so he's not in any kind of foul trouble. Vikings still have the lead. It's 57 to 10. 57 to 47. 57-40. I don't know. Somehow they, I think they were going to put 10 team fouls up there, and they hit the score instead. So the Vikings, Hoisington will be shooting 2 every which way. Oh, almost a steal by Miller. Here's DeLiesel with it in the baseline, inside to Steinert. Kick out to Thompson. His 3 ball, no good. Rebound. Steinert comes away with it. Shot. Oh, man. Somehow he got that to go. Chase Steinert with 2. 49 for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals will take a 30. We'll take it as well. 3:44 to go. Back after this 30-second timeout.
They have 1 timeout remaining.
Couple of league schools halftime scores. Hillsboro's boys were up on Hutch Trinity 34-22 at the half, and also a halftime in boys action. Clearwater 31, Halstead 20.
Halstead will be the Vikings' next opponent. Here it's 57-49 now. Hoisington has cut the Viking lead to 8. Get it into Haven. Quickly up to Lucas Apel. Lucas Apel has it knocked away by Robinson. They save it. They get the steal. Vikings get the turnover. And turned over by Thompson. Wow, Thompson turns it over right back to the Vikings.
Lucky break there for the Vikings, yeah.
Cade Blanchett now back in for the Vikings. Good minutes for Gus Griffith, no question about that. The Vikings, 3:34 to go. Trayton Miller going to trigger it in. Wow. What did Carson Peel?
He's saying he pushed off and cleared space to get himself open to receive the ball.
Oh, wow. Well, that's what the call is. We stick with it. Thompson with it from Haxton. Thompson on the dribble against Blanchett. Inside it goes to Haxton. Gets double teamed inside. Misses. Rebound. Cade Blanchett comes away with a strong rebound up to Lucas Apel. To Carson Peel. To Haven. Shot up and good. Haven. Wow. Thompson went up to block that shot and got over the back of Haven.
Yeah, lucky he didn't get hurt there.
There's a block by Steiner. Miller with the block on the other end. Blocked it. Steiner had to get out of the way, and Miller thought he had it blocked into him, but he didn't. So it's Hoisington basketball underneath their own basket. They get it into Thompson. Thompson into Haxton. Haxton, double team. Oh, that's a double dribble. He must have got it knocked out of his hands.
Yeah, I think he threw it off of Lucas.
Steiner in trouble, gets it off to Thompson. Thompson dribble drive, and Thompson is going to get fouled by Blanchett, and that'll be 5 on Cade Blanchett. So tough luck for Cade Blanchett with 2 points and fouling out.
Cardinals in the double bonus at the line. Braylon
Pickering will go in for Cade Blanchett, who fouls out. What a great game, though. He only had 2 points, but certainly a tremendous effort rebounding for Cade Blanchett tonight.
Yep, and a good job defensively on one of their top 2 scores.
There's Thompson back at the free throw line shooting 2 more free throws. First one good. 50-59, coming at the 2:51 mark. And he is deadly at the. I said he was 7 for 7 earlier, and now he is 7 for 7. Get into Carson Peel, back to Pickering. Pickering back to Carson. Gets double teamed. Gets it up to Apel. Lucas Apel off to Miller. Miller time 3. Yes! Chayton Miller with another on-runner CPA three-pointer, 62-51. Wow. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside as well. Back after this 30-second timeout. have certainly had a great night of three-point shooting.
We have, and that's that's been a great weapon for us tonight. And that was essentially Hoisington's game plan, is to challenge us to shoot the ball from the outside and see if we could hit it, and we've answered the challenge.
Justice Autry is coming in for the Vikings on a defensive replacement against Haxton. Gets it off to Thompson. Thompson gets it off to Robinson. Robinson on the dribble, back inside to Thompson. A block up top. They're going to call a jump ball and an alternating possession. It goes to the Vikings. Wow, what a play by Haven Lysell. Mighty block by Haven.
Great job by Haven. Had his hand completely on the ball. That was the right call. It was a jump ball.
Trayton Miller will trigger for the Vikings. Get it into Haven Lysell, up to Lucas Apel. He'll get it into the front court. Out to Carson Peel. 2:14 and counting. Vikings off to Miller. Miller inside to Pickering. Pickering shot, no. Rebound, well, a lot of contact on that shot. Nothing called. Quickly up to Steinert. Steinert over to DeLiesel. DeLiesel get called for the travel turnover. Hoisington. Wow. Good defense, Smoky Valley. Get it into Haven. Haven quickly into the front court off to Miller. Miller to Pickering. Pickering with it. Gets double teamed in the corner. And Thompson gets called for the reach-in foul, his fourth.
Yeah, we just need to be able to handle the press now.
62-51 with 1:49 left to go. Pickering at the free throw line shooting a 1-and-1. Vincent Pickering has given the Vikings some good minutes. He's got 10 points. Pickering free throw is good.
Now it should just be a matter if we can make free throws down the stretch.
And misses the second one. Thompson with the rebound quickly into the front court. Gets it off to Steinert. Steinert off to Robinson. Robinson looking and a dribble into the lane. His little two-footer, missing. Rebound over the back. Steinert, we're going the other way. And Trayton Miller will be at the free throw line. He's been deadly from three. Can he make a free throw?
I don't know. It might be too close for him.
We'll give it a try. That's the second foul on Steinert. Miller free throw, good. Yes, he can.
That's good. That's good.
Second Trayton Miller free throw. Missing. Here comes Haxton with it, guarded by Apel. Apel all over him, off to Thompson. They turn it over. Robinson hangs on to it. And now a kick on the ball. It'll stay with the Hoisington Cardinals. Underneath their own basket, 1:24 left to go. 64 for the Vikings, 51 for the Cardinals. Haxton. Almost a turnover, but Haxton hangs on to it off to Meyer, and he dumps it in. Good shot by Meyer. 53 for the Cardinals. A full timeout will step aside as well. 64-53 Vikings. Back after this 30-second timeout. base working the controls for us. Once again, the Vikings lead it 64-53. They just played 16 points in the first quarter, 16 points in the second quarter, 17 points in the third quarter, and more than 17 in this fourth quarter, or thereabouts. 49-60, 15 points. Quickly up to Carson Peel, but a steal by Meyer. Turnover Vikings. Steinert with it. Good by Steinert. Vikings get it into Lucas Apel, and Lucas Apel gets fouled by Steinert. That'll be his third. 55 for the Cardinals. 64 for the Vikings. 1:08 to go. Certainly not salted away yet. But
no, we're still going to have to handle the pressure. The key is just not to get in a hurry. Take your time. Don't dribble into a place where they can trap you.
And make free throws.
Yep, and make free throws.
And Apel makes the first of two. Oh, second one missing. Rebound by Meyer. Oh, Pickering with the rebound. And it's going to be touched last by... Oh, I thought they got it off of Meyer, but Pickering ended up hitting him. Autry again coming in to put some defensive pressure, his quickness. Thompson will get it, trying to get it in to Robinson. Finally does to Steinert. Knocked away by Miller, almost a steal. Off to Meyer, inside, stolen away by Carson Peel. Another turnover by the Cardinals, quickly up to Justice Autry. Autry quickly over to Miller. Wow, good Viking defense. Carson Peel off to Apel, Lucas Apel, off to Haven. Lysell, good for two. 67 for the Vikings, 55 for the Cardinals. The Vikings are going to win this game tonight, get their second victory of the year. Meyer in trouble, gets it off to Steinert to Robinson. His shot blocked by Trayton Miller, out of bounds. But it'll stay with the Cardinals, but what a good block by Trayton Miller.
Yep, good weak side help.
Haxton to Steinert. Back to Haxton. Looked at the three, but good defense by Lucas Apel right on top of him. Haxton still with the dribble. Going to throw up a long three-point prayer, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Viking basketball with 14 seconds left to go. And the Vikings can chalk this one up in the win column.
Yep, we can. So, nice way to come out after the break. Get a good win.
Pickering to trigger in, gets it into Carson Peel. Looks like Hoisington will still put a little pressure on the Vikings, but nothing tremendous. Get it off to Apel. And the Vikings are going to win it tonight by the score of 67-55. Doubleheader sweep for the Vikings tonight as the Vikings take care of the Hoisington Cardinals. The girls winning at 47-30. The Vikings winning at 67-55. We'll be back to wrap up this one for you after this 2-minute timeout. You've been listening to
South Main in Lindsborg, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go Vikes and go Swedes.
Unofficial score in the game tonight. First for the Cardinals, Chase Meyer finished with 2 points.
Around the area, final stats.
Randy Chambers chipped in with 3.
Smoky Valley Vikings football.
Jason Robinson added 4 points. 6 points each for Noah DeLiesel and Caden Hoffman. Chase Steiner with 7.
Take care of business tonight, 67-55 in the boys' game, 47-30 in the girls' game. This is the Bank of Tesket post-game show. Generations of confidence, relationships for life. Member FDIC. Ask about their Casasa checking account in Lynchburg, Salina, Lincoln, and Tesket. Scoring went like this for the Cardinals. First, 2 points, Meyer. 3 points, Chambers. 6 points, DeLiesel. 6 points, Hoffman. 7 points, Steinert. I missed Robinson with 4 points. And then in double figures, Haxton 12 and Thompson 15. For the Vikings, 2, Kai Blanchett. 2, Cade Blanchett. 6, Lucas Apel. And then 4 Vikings in double figures. Lysell 11, Pickering 11, Trayton Miller 16, game high 17 for Carson Peel. What a balanced scoring, great night for Smoky Valley.
Well, that's what you like to see. You know, when you score 67 points, you think you should have a pretty good shot at winning the game. And, you know, like you said, balanced scoring, several guys contributing. Seemed like every time they would pick up on one guy who scored a couple, then we'd have somebody else score a couple. So
And what I'm impressed with is balanced scoring. 16, 16, 17, 18. We just even keel. Of course, the three-point shot was terrific tonight, but we really balanced all 4 quarters tonight.
We did. We didn't have a bad quarter. You know, sometimes you'll have one of those quarters where you come out and it doesn't fall for whatever reason, and maybe you score only 8 or 10 points in a quarter. But, you know, from start to finish, the Vikings were hitting shots tonight and worked the game plan that we needed to.
Time now for our Next Tech Wireless Player of the Game. Something different isn't just a slogan at Next Tech Wireless. They're about our communities because they live here too. Next Tech Wireless is Kansas-based and world-class in supporting their neighbors. They have the latest devices and plans for everyone. With friendly, knowledgeable, and local customer service, are committed to providing the best wireless network in Kansas. Visit one of their 50 locations across Kansas. Wow, 4 players to choose from. Pickering, Lysell, 11 each. Miller 16, Peel 17.
I could almost go with kind of co-players of the game. I mean, Trayton got it going for us in the first half, and then Carson came out and had a really strong second half. And so both stepped up when we needed them to.
No question about that. I'll concur to that too. Co-players of the game is Trayton Miller in his 3-point shooting, 5 3-pointers tonight. One or 2 from the charity stripe, but Carson Peel with 10 big points in that second half, and 8 of them coming in the fourth quarter when the Vikings really needed it. It seemed like Hoisington was putting some pressure on, and the Vikings just simply took care of business.
They did. You know, they tried to put a press on, and we didn't let the press bother us. We got the ball down the floor, and we're patient on offense. We're able to find the open shots. I didn't think we had hardly any what I would call bad shots all night. We got lots of shots that we would want out of our offense. So I would think Coach Snyder's got to be really happy with not just the scoring, but with the way the offense operated and the shots that we were able to get.
Yeah, he's on his way out here. I see him now. Yeah, no question about that. A great night of Viking offense and taking care of business, taking opportunities when they gave them to them, and the Vikings a sweet doubleheader sweep tonight here at home against the Hoisington Cardinals, and an impressive night of balanced scoring, coach. Balanced each quarter, 16, 16, 17, 18, 4 in double figures, 11 Pickering, 11 Lysell, 16 Miller, 17 Carson Peel. Trayton Miller just really took the team on his back and was really hot in that first half.
Trayton was solid. It's so great to see him do that. He's kind of our of all of our guys on our team, he's just Mr. Steady. He goes out there. Sometimes he plays some games, and you really don't see him do anything statistically, but he does those things to keep your group together. He does those things to talk guys up and keep building guys up. He's just a nice, solid player on the court, and tonight was one of those nights he caught fire early, and we tried to look for him on some great plays, and he was able to knock down some big shots, especially late in the game, and it's great to see him. I had him 5 for 11 from the three-point line, so, we shot 10 for 20 from three. It's tough to beat a lot of teams when you shoot that well from the three-point line and shoot that many from the three-point line. We really wanted to try to attack the rim as much as we could tonight, and I thought they did a nice job neutralizing us in the first half with that. But then I felt like we did a really good job of moving the ball. Some of the turnovers we had, you and I talked about it in the pregame, I felt like they were rust turnovers. I felt they were things where guys were a little bit hesitant or trying to make some play that didn't need to be that big of a play. But really pleased with how Trayton played. I thought Cade, Cade's numbers are not great tonight. He has 2 points, but we put him on their best player again tonight. And he does foul out, but I tell you, in the second half, he made Thompson work for every single shot he got. And they tried to post up. They tried to do some of that stuff, and Cade was all over the place. He picked up some big boards before he fouled out as well, so I really was pleased with what he did. He's been that guy that has to do that for us a lot of nights and step out and make those plays. Haven was Haven again. I thought Haven did a nice job, picked up those 2 early fouls, but he was able to make it through the second quarter, spot playing a little bit, and that really helped us get in the flow again, too.
No question about that. And Trayton got some big rebounds, too, in that fourth quarter when they got a little tight there. They got into single digits, but we just didn't panic. We took care of the ball. We broke their press and just handled things, and certainly came away with a nice victory.
I'm going to take half the blame for one of his turnovers, so we're just going to give him 1.5 tonight because I told him to either hit Haven on the X or hit Carson going deep. That was because they had a guy on the ball earlier and they didn't have a guy on the ball that time, and he did exactly what I told him to do. I just didn't want him to throw it at that time. But so I'll take part of that turnover for him, but I was really proud of how he played tonight. Same with Carson. I thought Carson got better as the game went on. He had a couple of turnovers early that he was really frustrated about, but once he hit a couple of shots, boy, he really started playing well. A couple of tough charging fouls called on him late, but
gone either way.
I thought our guys competed really hard. Same thing with Lucas Apel. We had to put Lucas on Haxton tonight, and I thought he defended him. Our fourth quarter defense, I thought, was really, really solid as far as how we made it difficult for their 2 best players to score. They still scored, and they were able to make plays, but I thought we did a nice job going against them.
Yeah, but you don't give them an and one. You might foul them and make a couple of free throws, but it certainly isn't an and one and give them that extra point. So a well-played game, well-planned game, balanced scoring, each quarter balanced scoring, 4 in double figures, and now you get a Friday off, and you get a look for Halstead coming back in, and don't want to take them lightly. You got to make sure you handle them at home. Yeah, we want to make sure we take care of our business when we come back on Tuesday. It's going to be kind of a weird week. We're going to have a late practice tomorrow night, and I want to throw out a shout out to Haven Lysell Stewart. What an awesome thing. Number one, signs with OBU to go play football, but second of all, selected to the Shrine Bowl for football. That's just fantastic, and we want to recognize him and all the things he does for us all the way across the board in our programs. Here's a guy that's a college level football player, and he's solid on the floor for us, and our guys know that. They want to get him the ball, they want to do those things, but congrats to him. Congrats to our JV tonight, who picked up their 4th win of the year as well. Our C team came up just a couple points shy, lost 29-27. I was proud of them as well. But, Tuesday is a big one for us. We'll get a little break and get some fine-tuning in on some things. Got to take care of Halstead, and then look forward to that Heston team again next Friday on the road. No question about it. Congratulations. Great job, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks to you 2 guys as well.
Yep, no question about that. Doug Snyder with a post-game interview, and just super job by the Smoky Valley team tonight, coming up with a big victory. Doubleheader sweep tonight for the Vikings, 67-55 in boys action, 47-30 in girls action. Any final thoughts, Darren?
Well, like we talked about, we wanted to see if they could come back after the big game at Halstead and just continue, and it looks like they got in some work over Christmas break, came in and picked up off of that good game and had another good game. And so now if we can turn around and make it 3 in a row next week with Halstead coming in, that's a nice little roll to get us going for the second half here.
50-24, Clearwater takes care of Hall. Well, that's third quarter score, my bad. So looks like Clearwater's going to for sure take that one Andale is all over the Nickerson boys and boys action, 74-21. So Nickerson girls beat Andale in girls action, but the Andale comes back and wins it in boys action, and boys are leading Hutch Trinity 34-22 at the half as well. Got some other scores from our group of stations here. Let me get back to those. Republic County 45, Minneapolis 26 after 3 quarters. And Derby over Salina South after 3 quarters, 39-26. And
here's a final: Clearwater 60, Halstead 30.
Yeah, I figured they would end up winning that, and they did. So that is our player there. We got the co-players of the game in Carson Peel and Trayton Miller. That'll wrap it up. Thanks for helping tonight, Darren.
Hey, you bet. Always glad to jump in.
Pleasure to have, and we'll be back again next Friday. The boys are off Thursday. Smoky Valley Wrestling here in Viking Gym. Tomorrow night, Bethany and Kansas Wesleyan on the battle on the hardwood up in Salina.
And a little inside scoop, the Kansas Wesleyan women's coach, I guess, tested positive today for COVID and will not be available to coach tomorrow night.
I knew their boys were having trouble. I know Coach Ferguson, Keith came to our quarterback club meeting this morning and talked about the boys were having trouble with COVID. So, a lot of issues going on there for them. So we'll see what happens. You got to play them or forfeit them. So that's the way it is. So it'll see what'll happen. Well, that'll wrap it up. Again, the Vikings sweep it tonight, 47-30 in girls action, 67-55 in boys action. For Jared back at the station, for Darren, this is Don wishing everybody a very pleasant good night. Take care. And we'll talk to you next Tuesday from Smoky Valley Gym.
7-day-a-week urgent care has a